stay 2 inches in reach. Our experts fight cage. Striking goes the way, well, you would have thought Eggink, but even on this contest, Eggink feels pure boxing, but Heather Jo Clark also brings in the knees and the kicks very well, which is why it's even. Ground game even, speed even, strength goes to Heather Jo Clark, endurance is even. And once again, let's throw it up to Christopher James.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our feature bout of the night, and it takes place in the XFC Strawweight division. This bout is being brought to you tonight by the Next XFC Open Fighter Tryout, March 9th at Flow MMA in Palatine, Illinois. If you think you got what it takes to be the next big thing in the XFC, go to officialxfc.com for all the details for the next XFC Open Fighter Tryout. And now, let's meet the fighters in our feature bout of the night. From the blue corner, she's a tactical fighter with a record of 1-1, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in 114.8 pounds. Tonight, she's representing Next Edge Academy Martial Arts and Gracie Tampa. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, please welcome Stephanie, the Snowflake Eggink. And her opponent, standing across the cage in the red corner, she's a striker and a finisher. With a professional record of 5 wins and 2 defeats, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in 114.8 pounds. Tonight, she represents Jackson's MMA and fights from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please welcome the Hurricane, Heather Clark. Our referee in charge, Nate Jolly.
All right, ladies, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Do I have any questions from blue? Do I have any questions from red?
It should be a stand-up contest. Let's see how Heather Clark deals with the hands of Stephanie Eggink. Our referee for this one, once again, Nate Jolly. Eggink flicking out the jab here. But her hands are low, and Heather Jo Clark has scored first-round knockouts and quick ones.
Landed a couple nice rights there.
Eggink moving a lot here. Clark looking to maybe set her right hand. There's the overhand right, doubles up on it. And still Eggink is not bringing that left hand up to her jaw. She's keeping it down around her waist. It could spell disaster for her. Already a lot of reddening around the left eye here of Stephanie Eggink. And Eggink gets off her left.
That's how you take care of a tactical fighter, is you turn it into a brawl, and that's what she's doing right now.
And Heather Clark catches her again with that right hand. There has to be a point, though, Pat, where you realize you've got to bring that lead hand up to protect your orbital, protect your temple.
Right, she's already got some nice lumps on the left side of her head. Obviously has a pretty good chin because she took some heavy shots.
That's a chin she's not tucking, and it could be pulled down with this clinch. And she walks. Heather Clark back against the cage now.
Eggink could have got the takedown there. She decided not to. She wants to stand up.
There are about 3 hematomas over that left eye already here on Stephanie Eggink. I'm actually counting 4 of them, Pat.
You know, Eggink's got a lot of hip strength and power here. You can see she's got a really narrow waist, but her quads and her hips are thick, so she's got a lot of driving power. Double under here. Looks like she's going to look for the trip.
And Clark trying to lock an 8. Tie clinch now. Controlling that right wrist, and Clark gets it. the knee to the groin. One little higher, nice arm to the lower breadbasket.
Heather Jo Clark needs to get her arms lower, down around the hips. Hold those hips in tight to her.
Glancing for Stephanie Eggink. 2 minutes 20 remaining. First round set for 3. Let's see if Clark can get some distance to work that right hand again. And now she has the opportunity. Sticks the jab in the face of Eggink. Fakes the right. Eggink throwing a 3-2, being the left hook right cross combination.
Heather Jo Clark needs to be really careful when she counters. She lifts and stands up and lifts her chin at the same time when she counters. She's going to get clipped.
Still see how low the hands are, and she gets collected again with the right hand, does Eggink. The hand is low, the lead hand, the chin is propped up in the air. It's not the ideal stance here for Stephanie Eggink. Almost offering her chin now. I don't believe that Heather Clark will be suckered in here. Eggink just clips her with the edge of knuckles on that left hook. Over under now. Backed up against the cage is Heather Jo Clark. They tango back towards center cage now. Looking for a takedown is Eggink.
That was really sloppy to step, and wow, leaped right into that.
Close guard of Stephanie Eggink with 60 seconds remaining in the first round.
Eggink went for a flying triangle on that one and missed it just barely.
Eggink throws the legs up now. Can she secure a submission? Trying to take that arm home. Has Eggink got her? Is this it? No, Heather Jo Clark free.
Nice escape. She's got to keep driving to her left. Drive that left shoulder through that leg.
Eggink wants to find the submission. She tries to extend that arm again. Heather Jo Clark is battling here.
It's amazing she got back to that armbar. Heather Jo Clark needs to throw that right leg all the way over. Keep going the direction she was going.
And it looks like Heather Jo Clark will survive the first round. Will survive this submission attempt from Stephanie Eggink. What a contest. Fantastic opening round.
Nice right hands there. Doing a great job of landing those, did Clark. Turning it into a brawl as much as possible. That's how you take care of a technical fighter. Make it sloppy, make it ugly. Here they are exchanging. Clark getting flipped with the right hand. Didn't seem to bother her at all, though. Needs to keep those hands up a little bit, keep that chin down. Here's that armbar by Eggink. Really going for it. She's got a good ground game. Very slick. Nice transition from the triangle into the armbar. And she left her arm in there. Eggink's holding on to that hand still and just kept working for it. A lot of determination by both girls.
That scorecard after 1, 10-9 to Stephanie Eggink. How are you scoring it, folks? Wherever you're watching live on Access TV, your home for MMA. Nate Jolly to get us underway in the second, highly competitive first round. A back and forth contest. Eggink on the ground, and early on it was the overhand rights of Heather Jo Clark doing the damage. And she's going for that right hand again, is Clark. Got to be careful of that awkward lead hand of Eggink.
Yeah, it's easy to flick that lead hand out there when you stay relaxed like that. Yes, defensively it can be a downfall, but it comes from outside your vision a lot of times when people are good at throwing that.
Just flicking that jab out there. Clark, trip takedown, nicely done.
Nice job. She got that takedown because she transitioned so quickly from the clinch right to the trip.
Close guard here of Stephanie Eggink. Let's see what Clark can do. The ground game in the first was in Eggink's favor.
Heather Jo Clark needs to figure out a way to posture up in this because she does not want to have her posture bad against this girl.
Heather Jo Clark has to be careful not to leave that arm in.
Trying to slide that knee through past the guard here.
Eggink throws those legs up dangerously again, trying to set for a triangle.
With Heather Jo Clark's knee in there.
And she does. The triangle is there, and time is on her side now. Can Stephanie Eggink finish here on the second round? Can she find the finisher?
Heather Jo Clark, good job of wrapping her legs around Eggink's head. That was nice. That was slick.
And Heather Jo Clark out of trouble. Now Heather Jo Clark in top position, inside of half guard. Leg out. No, will she take the back here of Eggink? That leg still in, that leg. Heather Jo Clark is going to try and find a submission of her own.
Leg inside there. She needs to get back though.
See Eggink just locking up that right wrist.
Clark getting her hips up. I was waiting for her to do that. She needed to do that.
Tremendous battle here between these two athletes.
Eggink's being smart here. She knows she could get in trouble real easy if she doesn't keep that wrist control.
Will Eggink invite her up here? Or will she slim the legs a little? Maybe try and pass.
Little leg lock action maybe here.
Eggink measures her with the right hand. Heather Jo with an up kick. 1 foot on hips. Now hooks it through.
Good guard work by Heather Jo Clark. A lot of footwork there. Look at how she's pushing with one, hooking, and got him crossed over with that X.
Takes the back and hammers away now. Submission attempt again from Eggink. But no, Heather Jo Clark free once more. Under a minute remaining here on the second round.
Eggink trying to come up to the mount. Both girls fighting with their hips.
Takes the back again, does Eggink. Heather Jo Clark forced to cover up here. Eggink will try and sink a choke.
Doing a good job of riding. Staying glued to her. Spreading her out now. Bad place to be.
10 seconds remains in this round. It does not look like Eggink will get that submission. She's going to try and pound out Heather Jo Clark. But this is how the round will end. 2 fantastic rounds of action in what has been a very topsy-turvy week for women's mixed martial arts, where apparently Pat One can become a champion of an organization without having to even fight it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Amazing.
Great job. We'll keep him standing. You can take her down all day long, and you can. Not with no groundwork, but I want to keep him standing here with that team.
Eggink here doing a good job on the ground. Both Heather Jo Clark and her. It was a good tactical battle there. But Eggink finally got the upper hand toward the end of the round, took her back. And there was a nice balance here where she knew to administer a lot of punishment, soften her up, go for a choke periodically in there. But the main thing was doing damage, and that was smart of her to do.
John Briscoe, who has put on some fantastic female fights on XFC. We've seen the likes of Mariana Capers, Felice Herrig, Carla Esparza. Here we see Heather Jo Clark once again, Stephanie Eggink. All good things for 2013. As we get set for the third and final round.
Ready?
Very close contest here. Let's see if Heather Jo Clark can get that right hand happening again. Gives to the body. Scooping left hand of Eggink. Heather Jo Clark needs to pull the trigger again on that overhand right. It worked successfully for her in the first 2 minutes of the fight.
Good feints and fakes by Eggink. That boxing is paying off right now.
The angles, she brings that jab in. Just keeping Heather Jo at the end of her reach. Heather Jo's got to find a way to cut off the cage here and muscle onto the inside of Eggink. She throws that overhand right. And there's a round kick to the rib cage. But Eggink looks relaxed. She continues to move, use a lot of the cage here. Little popping liver kick there from Heather Jo, and there's a nice planting right hand.
That's what she needs to do, throw at the exact same time Eggink lets that go. Sometimes she's waiting a bit too long and Eggink's gone by the time she throws it.
Duck that chin, look through the brow, and load up that overhand right. She could set it up by faking off the left, cause Eggink to drift into that right hand pat, then throw it.
Right.
You have to like the fluency of Eggink.
Yeah, and I think she knows she's probably ahead on the cards right now, so she's playing that game, throwing the jabs, landing what she needs to, and scooting away.
Cinched up as she walks Heather Jo Clark against the cage.
Heather blocking those hips. She needs to do, push on those hips.
Almost way through the third and final round. Side leg kick. Common peroneal nerve of the knee there on Heather Jo Clark. A lot of starch behind those kicks though. Double jab was nice, and there's a good lump under the right eye now of Heather Jo Clark, courtesy of that jabbing left hand of Eggink. And you see Heather Jo Clark just allowing Eggink to dance around the outside of the cage here. Heather Jo's in center cage, but not showing any dominance at the moment. And meanwhile, look at Eggink just flicking a jab, sitting behind it, eats a right hand then. Immediately they clinch up. But this movement is certainly frustrating Heather Jo Clark.
Yeah, like you were saying, Heather's got to cut her off, put her against a cage like this. Throw a lot of elbows, nasty little inside stuff, dirty boxing, stuff that, you know, maybe Eggink's not quite fond of, to say the least, with her amateur boxing background.
Overhook on the left arm here from Eggink.
Good job being heavy on the head.
Single leg here from Heather Jo Clark. Gives up on that now. Little short elbow. A lot of damage around that right eye now of Heather Jo Clark, and she's pouring at it. Eggink timed it nicely with that lead hook. This is Eggink really starting to open up, score freely.
It's a beautiful thing about having that relaxed lead arm. You can throw uppercuts, hooks, jabs, anything you want from the position it's in. See how she moves it back and forth so it can leave from any position.
With 40 seconds on the clock here, time is now against Heather Jo Clark. She's got to find a way on the inside. She's got to find a way to cut off the cage and land that overhand right on Eggink. Look at Eggink. Drifting clockwise, sitting behind that left hand, hooking it and jabbing off it. Double leg here, but Eggink sprawls out and lands the hammer fist strikes to the side of the head. Still Heather Jo Clark trying to get Eggink on her back, but to no avail.
Good hips by Eggink to get out of that, because Heather, she got in pretty deep and had her hands locked.
Is there a Hail Mary shot here for Heather Jo Clark? There it was. And that is all. A fantastic contest here between two stellar fighters. But you feel that Stephanie Eggink may get the nod here.
I think she won the last round, obviously. Moved very nicely. Knew she was up on the cards. Played the points game. Fought a smart fight.
And receiving a lot of appreciation from the crowd. Look at the hematomas under the eye there. 2 on the forehead, 2 under the eye. They'll get the cold swell onto that. The end swell.
Eggink doing a beautiful job. As I said, you can throw the jab, the hooks, the uppercuts with that lead arm. No matter where it's at, you can just move it back and forth and throw it. Good hips here, stuffing that takedown. Heather Jo Clark had the hands locked. Couldn't get the takedown. Heavy on the head here. Smart with the knees to the midsection. Good job of just using the clock, making her opponent carry her weight. All around, very smart fight by Eggink. And Heather Jo Clark's a very tough girl, so she beat a quality opponent tonight.
Who will it be? Heather Jo Clark or Stephanie Eggink? Good sportsmanship there. Once again, folks, don't forget you can vote online for who you think will win our main event between Nick Newell and Eric Reynolds for the 155-pound title. At the moment, the voting still has the notorious Nick Newell ahead. 55% of you say Newell will win. 45% of you say Eric Reynolds. If you're on Twitter, you can also voice your opinion there. We are using the hashtag XFC21. Still to come here tonight, Corey Hill takes on Ryan Thomas in our co-main event. And then that big one, notorious Nick Newell takes on Eric Reynolds for the 155-pound title. Heather Jo Clark got off her right hand early in the first round, was doing damage, but couldn't get it off in the second or third. And we throw it up once again to Christopher James for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's hear for these ladies inside the cage. What a fight! And now, after 3 rounds of incredible action, we go to our judges' scorecards. Judge Madden scores at 29-28. Judge Argerbright scores at 30-27. And Judge Hudson scores at 30-27. For your winner, by a unanimous decision, Stephanie the Snowflake Eggink.
Stephanie Eggink takes it, improves her record to 2-1, and Pat now has the Snowflake.